So we have 3 days before this actually happens. I want to address what's going on and why this is so important. First off, a government shutdown could happen in just 3 days. This is unless Democrats and Republicans can come together and vote to keep the government funded past September 30th. That is in 3 days. Now, here's what I can tell you. If the government is not open, is not funded, we could see delays in Social Security. We could see delays in food stamps. We could see national parks shut down. We could see millions of workers temporarily go unemployed. There's a lot of stuff that could happen here. And right now, when the economy is so fragile, we can't afford something like this. But we do have some good news. Here's what the good news is. As of this morning, the Senate plans on having a procedural vote today at 5:30 p.m. However, there's some controversy as of today. What we currently know is that there are not 10 Republicans that would vote in favor of this bill. There's just not. And remember, there's 50 senators or 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans in the Senate. We need 60 votes. Here's the other issue. As of right now, there are 2 Senate Democrats that do not support this bill. That is Senator Bernie Sanders and Senator Tim Kaine, both Democrats. Now, I want to talk about what is included into this bill, okay? Then I want to explain how this could ultimately impact some government programs like food stamps and Social Security. Because I know I got a lot of questions just yesterday from people asking, what is this going to do for Social Security benefits? Are we still going to receive benefits? What's going to happen? Please explain. Well, I'm going to do that today. Here's how this bill is currently broken down. So the current government funding bill that is being discussed as of this morning, it's actually a continuing resolution, a CR, which means it's just going to push the existing funding and the existing amounts back a little bit further. That's it. Now, this is a 237-page bill, so it's rather short. But the issue with this bill isn't the funding portion for the government. The issue is Senator Joe Manchin's permitting reform bill. Because Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he told Senator Joe Manchin that, yes, it would be included. So now he's including it, and that's also causing some issues. But the CR, this continuing resolution, it would take funding from September 30th, 2022 to December 16th, 2022. So just a short period of time, but again, this is all that a CR is supposed to do. Just fill a little gap, that is it, so lawmakers can try to negotiate and come up with a better deal. Now, this bill also includes $11.54 billion for additional military assistance to Ukraine, so kind of an emergency, I guess. Another $4.5 billion to maintain operations of Ukraine's government. It also reauthorizes the Food and Drug Administration's drug user fee program and its medical device user fee program through 2027. Okay? So those are the main pieces of this bill. And obviously, it extends the government funding. That's it. Here's where there's a problem. This current bill, and just to give you an idea, Republicans have a kind of continuing resolution. Democrats have a continuing resolution. Okay? Both include a portion of a permitting bill. However, not Senator Joe Manchin's permitting bill. That's the difference. The one that is currently being is going to be voted on today, the procedural vote. This one includes Senator Joe Manchin's permitting reform bill. But, and just so you have an idea of what this is, because I know I haven't really explained it, what this permitting reform bill, what would it do? Well, it would speed up the process of initiating energy infrastructure projects, here in the U.S. That's pretty much all it's going to do, right? Just to get permits a little bit quicker, right? That's pretty much it. The other thing that the permitting bill would do, and this is where Again, this is where Republicans say, okay, that's fine if we can speed up the process. That's fine. We need that. But what is not fine is to spend more money on other things, other projects. For instance, Senator Joe Manchin's bill, this mandates the construction of West Virginia's Mountain Valley Pipeline. This is where some say, no, we cannot afford to do that at this time. But we will see. Now, just to be very clear, this bill has received support from both parties. The only problem is the permitting reform bill that Democrats are attempting to get passed. Well, at this time, that's the issue. It is just that specific bill. That's it. So if Democrats were to pull that out, which is what some senators have said, that they would vote for it. However, if it cannot be passed, they would vote to pull that out of the bill, and let's work on that some other time. Because the key is to keep the government funded, not to pass this permitting bill from Senator Joe Manchin. Now, a lot of people asked, and this is really the only reason why I'm creating this video. A lot of people asked, what is going to happen to government programs if the government cannot find a solution and pass the government funding bill or the CR before September 30th? Well, here's what could be impacted. First, we know national park operations will be halted. We will see this, we always do. Right? National parks will close. The IRS is going to see additional delays in processing. The IRS is already very backlogged. They're very slow. They're still trying to hire new employees. However, it's going to take some time. So they will see additional delays. Food stamps will likely come out slower, which means that you might not see your SNAP benefits on the exact same day that you normally do. You're likely going to have to wait. The other thing, Social Security applications that are due to be processed, these will be delayed during this time. For people that are already receiving Social Security benefits, you will not be impacted. You will not see a delay. Your payments will still come out. You will be perfectly fine. So I just want to be very clear on that. If you're trying to call the Social Security Administration, you're going to have problems. You have a question you need answered, you're going to have problems. You're trying to get your application processed, you will have problems. All right? Now, here's the other question that I got the other day. I just want to address this really quick. Somebody asked, do you think there will be an agreement on the government funding bill before the September 30th deadline? Here's my answer to you. Yes. Both parties want an agreement. I don't think that they're going to hold out on passing this in exchange of, I don't think Senator Joe Manchin's going to hold out to try to get his permitting bill included. Now, he does believe that this is going to be the best option, the best bet to get his bill included. So he could hold out, but I don't think he will. My expectation is this permitting reform bill is going to be, some are going to discuss it, and it's going to be scrapped for another time. At least that's what my expectation is. But again, I have no idea. We will see what happens over the next few days. But what I can tell you is, if we do see a government shutdown, it's going to exacerbate the problems. They're going to come a little bit quicker. They're going to be a little bit heavier. We're going to see, obviously, unemployment could potentially, be rocked. And all this is happening while we still have, high inflation. We still have, multiple crises across the U.S. and across the world. So again, not the greatest news, but that is currently what we know. So, as always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on, share all latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.